Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is MundaneChats, and I am an avid video game fan. I think most people who follow my channel know this. I'm going to be one until the day I die, guaranteed, and I love the medium. I love what it's able to give us, what it's able to show us, allow us to experience, so on and so forth. And one of the developers that I very much love is CD PROJEKT RED, and I cannot wait to get my hands on Cyberpunk 2077, but they've done something as a company that, while I understand why they did it, I still am 100% in disagreement of it, and that would be trademark squatting on the term cyberpunk. Now, they posted this the other day, an infographic about why this is happening, and so they give the TLDR here. What's all the trademark fuss about? The short answer would be something along the lines of this. We want to protect our hard work, and we don't plan on using the trademark offensively. It's a self-defense measure only. If you're interested in details, read on. However, since this is pretty complex, we kindly ask you to take the time to read from top to bottom. And essentially, they go through why they did it. There is this particular game, again, is based on the universe created by Mike Pondsmith, the author of Cyberpunk 2013 and Cyberpunk 2020, pen and paper role-playing games. Some of the Cyberpunk trademarks have already been applied for and registered by Talsorian Games, which is Mike's company. CD Projekt Red obtained these trademark registrations from them, which is true. They did. They went through the trademark office and they got their hands on the Cyberpunk trademark. But that being said, Mike Pondsmith and Talsorian Games should not have trademarked the term cyberpunk, and the reason why I'm very much against that is he is not the progenitor of that fucking term. He is not the creator of it. That word is not something he created. Yes, he used it in a game, a couple games, as well as some books and stuff, and I understand in that context it being trademarked, but this is not the same thing. Basically, what it means here for CD Projekt Red is the trademark is not a copyright or a patent. These are totally different rights, and they should not be confused. A trademark register does not prohibit from using the word cyberpunk if it's not used in the course of business, i.e., branding, advertising, etc. Okay, and again, that's my problem with this, right? Is like cyberpunk is a term, it's a genre. So turning it into a word and then associating everything with it and owning that trademark is wrong. If they wanted to do, if they want to trademark Cyberpunk 2020 or Cyberpunk 2013, which they already have, and they want to then go further and say, okay, well, Cyberpunk 2077 is trademarked, I have no issue with that because that's a definitive thing. It very much plays into one particular situation. And here's the thing. It goes on to say, does the registered cyberpunk trademark prohibit anyone from using the word cyberpunk in their game title? And they say no, essentially. It's a protected word in a title that may be prohibited only if it's going to confuse the customers. The trademark right cannot prohibit using a word as a descriptive term, as speaking about a genre of games, films, etc. The role of the trademark is only to protect words, signs used as titles, names of products, etc. So, again, it says here, yeah, as an example, John Smith adventures in a cyberpunk dystopian society, or 20 short video games set in cyberpunk worlds wouldn't be treated as an infringement. But if you were to make a game saying, like Cyberpunk AD or whatever, or just Cyberpunk something, if you put Cyberpunk first in it, like Cyberpunk Adventures, they could sit there and say, oh, you're violating our copyright. But here's the thing. If you jump over to the Cyberpunk Wikipedia page, it says here, literature, Minnesota writer Bruce Bethke coined the term in 1980 for his short story Cyberpunk, which is published in the November 1983 issue of Amazing Science Fiction Stories. And so, yeah, the term was quickly appropriated as a label, but he is still the progenitor of the term. So jumping over here to the Wikipedia for Cyberpunk 2020, we can see that it was released in 1988 by Talsorian Games, and that is where the trademark for that was put. But the fact that he was able to, like, I don't know, I'm against Cyberpunk as its own being used as a thing here. We can see that Cyberpunk 2020 I'm okay with, Cyberpunk 2013 I'm okay with, 2077 I'm okay with, but Cyberpunk in and of itself is a term it's a colloquial, it's a well-used term, it's a well-used label. People know what it is, they know what it stands for, and assigning it in a trademark like this, I think, is just trademark squatting. Now, you might be asking yourself, you might be saying to yourself, Matt, come on, I know you're going overboard here. This is just, they're trying to protect the term or protect their work, and I get that. I'm not against them for that. But this isn't the first time shit like this happens. All right, just jumping over here, take a look at this. You've got copyright trademark for the word creepypasta. I'm not making that up. There's a guy named Chris Toscano out of New York that, or he might be out of LA. I don't know where he's from. It doesn't even really matter. But he trademarked creepypasta, right? And there's this whole tale here, and I'll link to this in the video description from a YouTuber named Slimebeast, who went through and started investigating the creepypasta trademark. The fact that 2 people had attempted to trademark the word, and one application didn't work, because it's true, there were 2 people. There was Toscano and another writer, and the other writer had tried to trademark creepypasta in terms of like audio visual and like movies and TV and whatnot, the term in that particular world, trademark squatting on it for that. And then you had Toscano, who was doing it for, like, books and other things. And he has worked with Mr. Creepypasta, the YouTuber, to release a book. So he does have the trademark as far as I know, and they've been using it. But again, this is not a term he created. Mr. Creepypasta didn't create the term either. Creepypasta.com was created in 2009. That is my issue here. My issue is that, CD PROJEKT RED and Cyberpunk 2077 have been using, they're trademarking a term that they didn't create. They're trademarking a term that they're not the originator of, and this is what I view as trademark squatting. So it doesn't matter if their intentions are in the right, if their intentions are to protect, if their intentions are to secure or whatever. They have a right to protect their property, and I'm not denying that or discounting that whatsoever. My issue, as I'm stating this is trademark squatting on a term that is, very much used by everyone. It's like Donald Trump numerous years ago tried to trademark the term "you're fired" because it was his catchphrase from The Apprentice. And he tried to trademark that. And as a result, he was shot down because it's such a commonly used phrase, it cannot be trademarked. The downside to it, this is dealing with, well, for one, in Creepypasta's sake, the internet terms, and 2, in Cyberpunk's sake, it's a term that's been around for nearly 40 years, but hasn't been, but it's more of a label than a direct name. And again, the person who originally trademarked it and somehow was allowed to trademark it didn't create it. Right? Adapted it, yes, but created it, no. And that's my issue here, guys. That's my issue. And so CD PROJEKT RED, I get what they're saying. I think from just a consumer perspective, they're trying to protect themselves. I get it. But just, I don't know, from a person who really hates copyright abuse and hates trademark abuse and all of those kind of abuses that happen all the time, this is not something they should do. They should relinquish the trademark as a whole, like relinquish Cyberpunk. Hold on to Cyberpunk 2077, which that has been trademarked as well, and then hold on to the other Cyberpunk, 20 whatever fucking terms, because those are clearly titles, those are clearly their own thing. But drop the colloquial version of the word, and then also, don't feed us a line of bullshit about trying to protect it in that particular regard, because it does come across as disingenuous and a bit horse shitty. But those are my thoughts on this. I am curious to know what you guys think. Be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'm sure they'll be interesting. Please understand that I'm not attacking CD PROJEKT RED. I understand why they're doing this. I am trying to showcase why I very much 100% disagree and refer to this as trademark squatting. So again, leave your comments below. I do want to hear them. If you guys want to know, want to see more of my videos, you can check out the links on the right side of the screen. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a good day, and peace out.